right, so I am a Christian. God is real. Prove me wrong. I got somebody about to join up. We're gonna do a nice friendly debate. Hopefully keep it respectful on his end. We're about to just go into the topic of whether or not God is real. He's gonna try to convince me that he's not. So enjoy. Oh,
Yo,
what's going on?
hello.
What's up, man?
What's going on? You got it to work. Nice, dude.
Nah, it took a little while, but got it. What's your name?
Yeah, that's good. That's fine. My name is my real name is Justin.
Okay, I'm Chandler. Nice to meet you, Justin.
All right, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right, so let me just get the standards right here. So, you are Christian, right? Or are you Catholic?
I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to counter argue, right? My argue here is that God isn't real.
All right.
Respectfully, of course.
Yep.
Can I get your standards of God? Can I get like why you believe in God?
Yep. So I would say my biggest, most compelling arguments are that intelligent design can't come from a non-intelligent source. We don't have any evidence for life coming from non-life, and yeah, I think certain metaphysical properties of our existence, such as morals, are objective. So that's my main arguing points.
Okay, I get that. All right, but something I would like to bring up here is that is God really moral? I
Absolutely.
mean, in the Bible, God kills babies.
You're saying he kills babies in the Bible,
Yes.
and you're saying that makes him immoral.
Yeah, it makes him immoral. Yes.
Immoral to what standard?
I mean, okay. Would you say it's immoral to kill someone?
As a person, unjustly, yes, but there are times when killing can be justified, such as if someone breaks into your house and you kill them in self-defense. That's not an unjust killing, nor is it immoral.
But that's a sin.
No, it's not. Murder is a sin.
That is an quote murder.
No, a murder is whenever you're killing somebody who's innocent. So the taking of an innocent life.
Okay, well, let's say you broke into a house, didn't know there was someone there. It's already wrong. I'm not saying you should break into people's house.
Right.
But let's say the person who's living there shoots the person. They die. Would you really say that's right?
If you're defending yourself or your family, I wouldn't say that's wrong.
But he wasn't harming him. He was just in the house. He didn't try to harm him. He just saw that there was someone in his property and shot him.
Well, I mean, how would you know? I think the situation that, let me be more specific. If somebody broke into your house with the intent to harm you and you killed them, that's a justified moral killing.
You think that's justifiable?
Absolutely. Self-defense, I believe, is for sure.
Okay.
Hello? Yeah, so to answer your question, Mike, no one. You said, did anyone prove I'm right that God is real? No. It's this first conversation we're having today, so not much, Kenny, man. We're just about to go in this live and we're having a conversation on whether or not God is real. He's trying to convince me that he isn't, so you just join back up.
Sorry about that. My whole entire phone just crashed.
You good, man. No worries.
All right. So where were we at? I lost complete track trying to turn everything back on.
Yeah, so I was saying, so last thing we left off on was I was making the claim that killing can be justified. And the example that I gave is if somebody broke into your home with the intent to kill, that is a justified moral killing.
Okay, so you think it's justifiable to kill someone in self-defense?
Absolutely.
Is it really self-defense, though? Again, it's not like he harmed or intended harm.
Yeah, yes, I'm saying if somebody has the intent to harm. Absolutely.
Okay. Would it be considered intent to harm someone if stealing object?
Not necessarily.
So wouldn't that be in a way murder? He's in someone else's house just trying to steal, so it'd be robbing, but gets shot because he's a mug.
I think in certain states that definitely is considered murder, but in the state that I live in, it's not. I think it's a lot more nuanced, but as far as the example that I'm giving, as far as someone intending to harm you, then yes, that to answer your question, as far as can killing be justified, the answer is yes.
Okay, so now let me lead back to the babies. Did the babies intend to kill God?
Absolutely not. No one can kill God by their own intention.
So was God doing a self-defense when he killed those babies?
Absolutely not. But my thing is, God has the right to take and to give life, and that is something that he prescribes in the same Bible that I'm assuming you're using to judge morals off of, or do you have a different source?
Wait, sorry, repeat that?
What source are you going for morality? Like, what source are you using to be the baseline of it?
Well, I'm saying it's immoral to kill people, right? And
I'm saying based off of what?
based off of self-defense.
So you're saying based off of self-defense, it's wrong to kill people?
No. You said it was right. It was right to kill if it was in with self-defense, right?
Well, I gave that as one of the examples.
Yeah, I am saying it should only be right within self-defense. God was not self-defending himself when he killed those babies.
So what is your basis and your grounding for it is only okay during self-defense?
Well, because if someone's trying to kill you, it gives you the right to kill someone back.
Right, but I understand that part. I agree with you, but I'm saying, where are you getting that basis of morality from? Like, where does it derive from?
I don't fully understand that question.
Let me rephrase it. So, how can you say that is wrong or that is right, and other killings are wrong?
Off of human morals?
So, would you agree that all human morals are different, or do you think there's one human moral?
I think there is more than, there's obviously more, but that does not mean some are wrong or right.
Okay, so you believe that morality is subjective or objective?
Subjective.
Okay, so if it is subjective, then by default, you saying that killing in self-defense is right is just your subjective opinion.
Yes, I believe subjectively it is right to kill someone if in self-defense.
Okay, so how can you argue that God is not moral if morals are subjective?
Because he just killed. He's had no reason.
Right, so your argument is that he's not moral to you subjectively.
Yes, of course. But that's because I'm not Christian, yes.
Right. So my thing is, like, without God, if everything is subjective, that means it has no basis. It means nothing. So if your morals stem from just how you feel, that means anything can be justified, and nothing is right, nothing is wrong.
Was it justified for him to kill those babies?
In his eyes, yes, it was. Do you know the reason behind?
What about your eyes?
My eyes, I believe God is all just, and I think He is all knowing, and therefore the decisions He makes, I think it supersedes ours. So just because I don't understand something God does, doesn't mean that it is right or wrong. For example, a lot of people look in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, for example, and they would be like, oh, there were people who weren't doing wrong or things of that nature. But it's like, what basis are you using to determine whether or not they were doing wrong? Because we all see what's going on with these files that got released, right? People wouldn't be upset if that island got correct, but people wouldn't be upset if that everybody who participated was wiped out. But if you looked at it without context, you could be like, oh, God is wrong for killing, and it's not out of self-defense.
Okay. But that's opinionated, isn't it?
Everything is if it's subjective.
But there's no evidential rights that what he did was right.
Yeah, but you can't say that it's wrong.
I think you can.
I mean, if it's subjective, yeah, you can say that it's wrong, but there's nothing grounding that. Like it's just your opinion. So therefore, there is no right or wrong. So you, by definition, can't be right.
But that means God isn't right or wrong.
Well, no, because from the Christian perspective, God is just. God is right. God is truth. And morals aren't subjective, they're objective. So I can make a claim that grape is always wrong. Whereas on your position, you can't. You could say sometimes it's wrong, or you can say to you it's wrong, but that doesn't make it right or wrong.
Okay.
Would you not agree?
Okay, so
go ahead.
Okay, I guess if we want to go with that, right? Let's say God's intentions were right, or however it is. That does not mean he exists.
Absolutely.
There isn't enough evidence out there to prove that he exists.
What? All right, I'll grant you that, because the argument isn't me proving to you that he exists, but rather the other way around. But I'll grant you this for the sake of the argument. I'll ask you, what amount of evidence do you feel would suffice for you?
Well, I believe that evidence is if it is touchable, seeable, or it can communicate. It's real. You can't do any of those things with God.
What do you mean by if it can communicate? It's real. Are you saying like you can speak and say that it's real?
Yeah, and in a way, if it's his own language, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you believe in logic?
Yes.
Can you touch logic?
No.
Can you speak to logic?
No.
So therefore, logic shouldn't it doesn't
But
there. What
logic's
is
a
the evidence?
definition.
What is the evidence? No, it's not. It's a concept. So what is the evidence, or it's a metaphysical property? So what is the evidence for logic to you?
Like, what is? Repeat that. I'm sorry. What?
What would you say the evidence for logic existing be for you, given the metrics that you just gave, the parameters for God's existence needing evidence? It doesn't meet those. You said for evidence it has to meet those three things, and logic don't meet those three things. But you believe in logic.
I believe in the word logic. Yeah.
So you don't believe in the laws of logic?
Well, you can touch in the laws of logic.
How can you touch the laws of logic?
I mean, everything around us is logical.
Not necessarily. When I say logic, I mean certain things like, okay, the law of contradiction, right? A can't be true at the same time as not A. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's not something you can touch. That's something that you can understand, and it's something that exists. It's something that is true.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'll ask again, what would you say is evidence that would suffice for you with God?
Hmm. To be honest, man, I think you got me, bro. I think you win, bro.
I understand. I say
I,
go ahead.
I will respectfully take the loss.
Understood. And something that because I'm not gonna lie, I was agnostic for the majority of my life, and I got to a point a couple years ago where I realized that I was kind of making my own truth and my own religion, and I had to understand that like everything can't be subjective. There are things that are objective, and there are metaphysical things that are objective. And once I actually started looking into the Bible and researching these things, because I had a lot of pushback on it, given I grew up with parents who said they were Christian, but then showed me what I thought Christians should be. And I had a dad who slept around, things of that nature. So once I saw the example of, okay, this is what a Christian is, I completely went against it. And since I've gotten older, I've started looking into the different tough questions I had that they couldn't answer at the time, whether or not that's God's morality or the validity of the Bible itself. The answers are there, and a lot of these questions that we have existed for thousands of years. It's literally just on you to go out and seek. Because as any truth, you have to seek in order to find. You didn't just stumble across 2 + 2 = 4. You had to pursue knowledge to acquire it. So
Of course, yeah.
I would ask, what are some of the biggest objections to the existence of God that you have?
Oh, like why I don't believe in him. I mean, I did grow up with parents who believed in him, but I just don't believe in what the Bible says, and I don't believe in what they kind of stand for in a
Mm,
way. I have nothing against them, but it's just the way I live, and maybe I'll change someday. But right now, I'm just an atheist, and it was really respectful having a debate. I am willing to learn more about it. I'm not full knowing about the Bible,
right.
so
I,
maybe I'll learn more about it.
I definitely appreciate you and I respect your honesty. I would ask you, what are the things in the Bible that you kind of don't align with or don't believe in?
Well, I mean, there's just the whole point of like, yeah, obviously we can get back to this, like, the killing babies. I just didn't think that was right, but again, that's opinionated. But um, I didn't like that, and I told you I haven't read the Bible in years. It was because my family used to read it to me when I was a kid, so I could be very cloudy with what I say here.
Right.
Um, it's just a lot of things they did in the Bible I didn't fully agree with, as well I can remember, and I know you can interpret the Bible in so many ways.
Yeah.
So,
And I say, I'll
but
leave
that's
it. I leave it with this. I say definitely start with the Gospels of Jesus, and that's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Those are the Gospels that you see the firsthand and secondhand accounts of people the disciples who followed Jesus. And you'll get a better understanding of what Christianity is, because when you start with the Old Testament, you don't understand what you're reading. And this was my problem as well. I didn't understand the concept or what the Old Testament was, and I felt like it contradicted the New Testament and a lot of things of that nature. But once you really get into the Bible, you see that the Old Testament was just the setup for the new. It was God communicating to us the gravity of certain things, such as our sin, and that is the reason why certain things had, big consequences or big punishments. Because if it didn't, it would mean nothing. So I definitely appreciate this conversation, and I would love to have more in the future. Go ahead, give me a follow. I'll give you one back, and yeah,
Yeah, I'll follow you. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for your time. I'll take care. I hope you get more debates in here. Yeah, see ya.
appreciate it, brother. Take care.